Click on the subscribe button, especially the bell on the right side. Otherwise, you will miss the latest videos. See, one of my very good friends, uh, a student actually, when I started teaching offline in Bombay in 2013, I was teaching Bhrigu astrology then. So me and Bhasab Sakurkar, so we used to teach. He used to teach Bhrigu Nandi Nadi, and I used to teach Bhrigu astrology. So maybe you must have seen those old videos, very badly shot, uh, way back in 2012-13. So at that time, this guy used to come. He works in SBI Bank, and a very simple guy, extremely simple. Everybody fell in love with him, and he wouldn't speak much. He was very much into spirituality, into a lot of very high meditation, Kriya Yoga, and all that. And he wouldn't speak much, but every event he would pay and come, and yet keep on working throughout the event. We used to have bookshops over there. So, 40, 45 boxes of huge boxes of books, he would come, he would do that. He contracted kidney problem. And then he was on dialysis. After 2, 3 years, I came to know that he was every alternate days he had to go on dialysis. So, I do anything for volunteers. That's always been my priority. My family does not come first. Volunteers, because they are working throughout the day or once a day or whatever.
No,
They
ma'am, I have to arrange that. I have white with me because
are
most of the
on.
time white is the color.
Can we have people on mute? So they work for someone else, just for a cause, just for a mission, because they understand the goal of Saptarishis Astrology. Although it's a private business. So when they are in trouble, I always bend backwards and go to any lengths to help them, connect them to rare astrologers, etc. So I got the Vastu done by 2, 3 people for him, and he had northeast toilet. Now, northeast toilet is considered a absolute boo-boo in traditional Vastu. Me and Hanish have shot one video in Goa 2 months back. We haven't released it. The exceptions for that, etc. We will be releasing it soon. Now, the point was, he asked me one pertinent question, which was, he said in my building, he was staying in SBI quarters. So every floor in that building would have a northeast toilet. So he asked me, sir, why everybody is not? I said northeast, Jupiter, kidney, etc., and all that, whatever the Vastu guys had told him. So he said, why everybody is not having a kidney problem? So my question to him was, everybody does not have the same horoscope. And here is where Astro Vastu comes in. Everybody in your flow, in your section of your flow, would have the same Vastu. So everybody should have the same money, same health issues, etc., and all that. So here is where your horoscope comes in. Okay. And I would like to add here, which people might not agree. People will say, no, it's the owner of the house horoscope. No way. Okay. That's not the complete truth. It's not Vijay Dinanath Chauhan. Okay. It's only Vijay Chauhan. Okay. Everybody staying in the house, their horoscopes contribute to the Vastu. Very simple. If there are 5 members in your house, each member is not allocated one particular section. They still keep on moving around the house. If there is a fight happening, it's not just because of the owner of the house. There might be 2 other people who are fighting. So their horoscopes also contribute to quite a larger extent, is the whole truth. Not just the owner of the house. People might differ from me, and I am entitled to have my own view. They are entitled to have their own view. Okay. But this is my view. I'm putting it forward to you so that you think. Okay. Suppose you have a child in the house. The child is probably say 7th standard, 6th standard. He's not studying, watching video games thanks to COVID, etc. and all that throughout the day playing video games. Now that is his exams are on, throughout the day fights will happen because he's not studying. It will disturb the harmony of the house, whether the owner of the house is fighting or not. It does not matter. The harmony of the house is being disturbed. And these days, exams, at least in ICSC schools, etc., and all that, uh, the exams run for 1.5 months, some of the exams, you know. So for 1.5 months, at least in my house, that's the problem. The harmony is disrupted because the child is not studying or has not studied. So you must understand, before you do any changes to Vastu, think of Vastu like you're painting the house. When we paint the house, what do? We call in the painter and he scrubs the wall. वो sandpaper से घिसता है ना, with the sandpaper he will scrub it. He removes the old paint. Am I making sense to you guys? Yes or no? The biggest mistake all Vastu Pandits I have seen for them to do is this. Your walls are there, they are like painters. They come and straight away paint a new fresh coat. It is like when we go to heaven, we say, God, I wore Adidas, I wore Puma shirts, all the branded shirts and all that. Okay, God says, did you peel off your mental blocks? Did you change your mind? Did you change your heart? That is more important, not the exterior. Exterior is important, no doubt. You got to be presentable. So you got to scrape. You got to remove the old. This, in Bali, it is called space clearing. I still remember way back, I think 1998 or 88. I forget. I read a book, a beautiful book called Space Clearing by Karen Kingston. Detailed procedure using bells of different kind. She was staying in Bali at that time. She had learned it in Bali. Okay. On how to first clear the energy. You're playing with energies. Vastu is what an energy. How to remove the energy and then infuse new energy. Before removing the energy, one part of it was a major part, which was clearing clutter. A huge chapter she had devoted to it. She said, take one section of your house. Okay? Now go through that section of your house, go through all the items in the house, okay? And see to it that what you want, you keep, what you don't want, you don't keep. She had one fundamental, being a foreigner, she had a fundamental. She said, my personal fundamental is anything that I'm not going to use for the next 1 year, I'm not going to keep it. But that's very tough for us to follow here in India. You can form your own rules. The whole point is, it needs to be systematic. Something that you don't want, you throw it out. Okay. For example, some people, how many people present over here have old mobile phones, old electronic equipment, old earbuds and all that? Anybody present here having that? Rahu kharab hai aapka. Rahu is afflicted, or you are afflicting Rahu. I for one have that. I don't mind admitting, yeah, my Rahu is debilitated. Are you getting it? So your Rahu might not be debilitated, but somewhere or the other it is afflicted. And trust me, I have said this 1,000 times, for any astrologer in the world to look at a horoscope and say this planet is good or this planet is bad is impossible. The best of the best can't do it. Trust me here. Astrology is so complicated, so complicated. It's impossible. Going through all the vargas for each planet, the avasthas, this, that, aspects. We still are confused whether Rahu Ketu have aspects or not, although Pulli Panni Jyotidam that we have published under Saptarishis publication and Pulli Panni Rishi was 3,000 or 5,000 years before Parasharish. Apart from the 212 aspect of the nodes, he has also given 3 and 11 aspects. Right in the first chapter. It's in Tamil, we got it translated. And that was only for that one shloka, I invested 1 lakh rupees getting it translated. Anyway, it doesn't matter. People don't read still. People only fight on social media. So understand, let's assume you can't afford a Vastu guy. Now Hanish would not like me saying this, okay, or any Vastu guy will not like me saying this, okay. So I do not know who's recording. Is anybody recording? I don't know. Anyway, so if you can't afford a Vastu guy, here is the trick. What you got to do: go through each and every area of your life, plan it. Every Saturday or Sunday, I'm going to do this, or every evening, I'm going to do 10, 20%, 20%, and by the end of the week, I'm going to finish one portion. Systematically do it. Organize your papers, organize everything, keep it perfect, clean it. Okay. What I do, okay, I take little bit of water and I clean the surfaces of each area. Okay. And if you can afford Ganga Jal, then do it. Okay. So I do that, I systemize it, and it's tough. But if you do this, and after that, just take a small ganti, mandir ka bell, small mandir bell, okay, and just do it. Or just play Gayatri Mantra on your mobile 108 times. That's it. 3 months, your life will change. Now, if you are having a relation, you want a shortcut, you don't want to do the whole house, you are having a relationship problem, southwest and northeast also do clutter clearing. Any portion that you are doing, the opposite portion also must be done. The balancing happens like that. Balancing of energies is very important. Remember, north and northeast are the areas from where the energy is created. East, energy created. The sink area is the west, south, southwest. These are the sinking of the energies. Here it is Jiva, Jaivik, Pranik. No, that part goes different. It goes advanced, but that is traditional Vastu. So you are in the business of creating good energy and you have to take care of the sink energy. That is the reason in traditional Vastu, south, southwest always elevated. North and east, northeast down. The slope has to be there. So many of them used to build an extra floor. But that is if you have a plot. If you don't have a plot and if you are on the ground floor, what you could do is you could elevate the southwest by adding 4 or 6 inches and retiling it. But that's expensive at times. So easiest, cheapest, no cost is clutter clearing and then using the bell to harmonize it. Try it. Try it and see in 3 months you will feel a change, and in 6 months, definite change. But remember, balancing, yes, Neeraj, heavy area. South is always heaviest. South is always heaviest. Northeast, okay, you could use marble. Now, if you don't want to do the marble flooring, what do? You put a marble table or a countertop, okay, or a countertop. Of course, usually they say Northeast, you put a marble, you put a fountain and all that, but you got to be very careful with fountains. Many people are against fountains in the Northeast. Pebbles you can put, marbles, spatik you can put, original spatik, okay. But all that is after you cleared the energy, not before that. Before that, what are you doing? You're increasing the energy, you're increasing only the negativity of that place. You're increasing only the negativity of that place. So first clear the clutter. What do I do in life? Okay. Because I have to associate with so many astrologers and all that. And after some time, you get a bit this thing with your friends and this and that. So what do I do? Every few years, I change my mobile number. I change my mobile number, and it's cumbersome now because all OTPs come on that number. But it's a one-time exercise every 3 years. You change your mobile number, you let go of your friends. In the olden days, when I used to work 1995 and all that, every 2 years I used to just shut off all my old contacts. Gone. So I used to allow fresh ones to come in. I'm giving the universe a message that I want new friends, new contacts, new network. People who keep on constantly cribbing. What do we do? After half an hour of phone call, you're hearing their sad stories. What do? We tell them now, hey, I got to go, I got to cook, right? Similar is Vastu. You're playing with energies. Any questions before we wind up? Ladies and gentlemen, I quickly want to make an announcement for tomorrow. The slum area might be cancelled because of the rains. It's an open area, so it becomes tough on our team. And we have added one more school, so it is 4 schools now. Okay, for the Guru Purnima Annadana food donation drive. The links I've shared, I think, a couple of times. If there are no questions, we'll wind up for the day. Any remedy for bathroom and toilets in Northwest? As per Bella Aurora, as per Astro Vastu of Lal Kitab, Northwest toilet is fine. I would have a different opinion with traditional Vastu, but since this is a platform of for Astro Vastu, that the course is starting July 31st. Okay, so it would be not nice for me to say that. Okay, we have traditional Vastu courses also, and you can join or take the recordings of it, etc. Or you can read any good book. Any other questions? Let me read it if somebody has put on. You can unmute yourself if you all want. Yeah, you can. Okay, no other questions. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. I hope you have learned something new. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.